But for once, the argument wasn't with me. So I'm in the corner I literally just went, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe this argument is happening right now. So I go, next thing I know, let me get myself together for this. First of all, welcome back to my channel. I look tired as hell. I just got off work. I've been at work since 12 p.m. Anyway, so today I thought I broke my nose, but I didn't. We're gonna be talking about a best friend that I lost. Now, this best friend, let me tell you something. I met her in high school. We went to two different high schools. We had mutual friends. First of all, before we became friends, I thought she was I don't know. But I definitely had my first impressions without knowing her. You know, we all do that shit. I don't know. She was a good friend. This is a friend that every single time we go out, especially when because we went to college together, every single time we go out, I wouldn't say 80% of the time we go out and she drinks, she wants to fight me at the end of the night. So it's I've questioned it several times, but it's why you want to fight me out of all people? Like, what I do to you? Swear to God, every single time we go out and we drink, this girl turns against me every single time. Like, strangers will ask me, why are you still friends with her? How are you guys even best friends right now? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I've known her for a long time. Like, I know her family issues. I know a lot. I know that's, I know her business, and it's that again, that's why we're best friends. So it's I always put shit in the back burner, but I always want to know what goes through her head when she drinks, because the girl wants to get violent with me. Mind you, I've never been in a fight before, believe it or not. I mean, you can believe it. Never been in a fight in my life. I've never given anyone a reason to want to physically fight me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody has, but I don't know. Monday, one of those moments I remember it was homecoming. We modeled together as well. So we had a fashion show, and after our fashion show, there was a party we're going to. I think we didn't get in the party, and we were in the car on the way back. One of my other friends was driving, and we were packed in the car. It was four of us in the back seat. It was two friends, her, then me in the back. I was at the window. So in the back seat, she was saying little slick shit about the driver's driving, and the driver was she was getting irritated because nobody likes a what do you call them? What do you call people who like to navigate, like to tell you how to drive from the passenger seat? Anyway, it'll come to me later. But for once, the argument wasn't with me. So I'm in the corner I literally just went, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe this argument is happening right now. So I go, next thing I know, this girl just jumps out her seat. Mind you, was pushed in the back. Literally pulls herself up and legit, I don't even know how the fuck she even managed to do that. Got up, turned to me and said, what the fuck is so funny? To me. I'm like, what the fuck? For once, I'm thinking, for once, she just want to fight me. She wants to get an argument with someone else. He legit opened the door as my friend was driving. She opens the door and said, you can get out. She opened it and closed it. It was really quick. If she had probably opened it any further, I probably would have fell out. I'm not even going to exaggerate that shit, because everyone in the backseat was like, what the fuck is going on? Is she crazy? My friend is driving right now 50 miles per hour down Cold Spring. If you went to Morgan State or been around Morgan State, you know where Cold Spring is. That shit is just a straight shot to Morgan State, and it's nighttime, there's no cars, so you can just speed and shit. She said, you can get out. When I felt that door open and close back up, I was like, oh hell no. This ain't it. Then more shit happened after that. That was a straw for me. I was like, oh nah, I can't talk to this. I can't. There's no way I can do this friendship. This is not gonna happen. 3 months later, we made up. I don't remember. I think I reached out to her. We had a talk. Did we have a talk? I don't remember. But I reached out to her. We made up, whatever. Became friends again. If you're from DC or been to DC, you know that Sundays are lit as hell, okay? So like my normal Sunday is you go to church, do brunch, go to day party at Griffin. After Griffin, you go to Barcode. After Barcode, you go to Capital. That was then. I don't know what it is now, but that was for me. So my day went as such. We went to Barcode. I drove and she drove. Like my car was parked across the street from her. So mind you, we took about the same amount of shots or whatever. Went to Barco, we drank about the same amount as well. On the way back, I remember this guy, I think he was going smack, I believe. He was going smack. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I remember him calling me a bitch. I called him a bitch too, you know? That day, it was me, her, and one of my close friends, Erica. So, you know, we're walking, this man's going off on me. I'm like, I don't remember, but I'm going off on him too. You know, I'm the kind of person, I don't touch people's properties because I don't want them to touch my shit. You know, I don't do shit to people I don't want to be done to me. We were going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. We got like the walk to our cars. His car happened to be first. And I remember it being I remember it was a white BMW. So cursing me out, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, okay, my mom's a bitch, your mom's a bitch. Like, I don't care. So he gets in his car, and I remember her run, like, as he was pulling off, I remember her like running to his car and like kicking the door as he was pulling off. When I saw her do that, I was like, yo, I yelled her name, like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? Don't do that. Like, nobody asked you to do that. And thank God that day I had Erica with me. So that happens, the guy drives off. So for me, the guy's gone. So we cross the street, we get to my car, because at this point we're going to Capital. So we need heels. So my friend Erica didn't have heels, and I was like, I have a spare in my car. So we go to my car, open my trunk, we grab the heels, lock my doors. As we are crossing the street to go to my best friend at the time's car, I hear I turn around, it's the guy who car she kicked, the guy that was calling me a bitch and all this shit. I hear, this your car? I turn around, this man is legit kicking the shit out of my car, bro. I was like, what the fuck? When that happened, my best friend at the time decides to run after him. And like, I remember her, she swung. Honestly, when that happened, like, I sobered up so fast. Like, I snapped out of it real fast. And I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? She runs after him. I understand that at that moment, even from the beginning, like, she wanted to defend me, but that's not how, like, if he's calling me a bitch and I'm not reacting like you just did, like, I don't think you should go out of your way to damage someone's property, you know, because I will hate that shit to happen to me. But guess what? It happened to me because she decided to kick someone's property. So now he retaliates and sees one car and just go ahead and say, I'll dish your shit, and just go ham on my shit. So she runs after him. She, like, I think she tried to swing. She swung at him, but she missed. He got away. At this point, I'm livid because now my new car is fucked up. Who's gonna pay for this? So now I'm pissed at her. Like, what? Like, why the fuck did you kick this man's car? Because if you haven't done that, he could have called me. We called each other bitches, whatever it is. He would have went the fuck home, you know. And like, again, like I said, people are crazy. You never know what people are capable. You never know what people are capable of, you know. And it's like, this man could have had a gun. You touch his car. A car to a man is like I don't know, like fucking treasure. Okay, it's like more than a woman. So it's like half the time it's like, why would you even do that? So now my car's fucked up. So begin an argument. I'm like, yo, are you fucking serious? Are you gonna pay for the damages now? Like, because if you didn't kick this man's car, he wouldn't have came for my car. She's like, oh, well, you don't know what she was saying. You was talking shit. I'm like, okay, we can talk shit, whatever. But I didn't touch him. I didn't touch his property. If you haven't touched his shit, he wouldn't have came and like fuck my shit up. I know like I can say some hurtful things, but I know I didn't say anything for this man to like, he probably would have punched me if I really hurt his feelings like that. You know, like, I know myself. This point I'm like, so who's gonna pay for it? Then she's like, what, you want me to pay for it? You want me to pay for it? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna fucking pay for it because it's your fault. Yes, we exchanged words and shit, but I did not touch his car. Because you touched his shit, he went for the first car that we stopped at, he went for my shit. Because if he didn't stop at my car, we went to yours, he probably would have went and like fucked your shit up or some shit. I don't fucking know. He probably would have followed us, who knows. But I'm also glad that he did that while we were there. I can only imagine if he did that when we pulled off. You know, like he saw me go to my car, get shoes out, and then he broke my windows or like did some crazy shit. I would have went to the club, got more turned, came back, and my car's fucked up. I would have been livid not knowing who did it and why. But because it happened the way it did, I know why he did it. And I know who did it. So at this point, I'm like, all right, so you're gonna pay for the damages. Point blank, like, you should, you know? So I think I started crying. I ended up staying at Night Erica's house because I was like too hysterical to drive home, and I was drinking too. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So the next day, like we like talked about it or whatever. So I reached out to her. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to my mechanics and get an estimate. I'm not gonna go to my insurance, but I'm not gonna go to my insurance. I'm gonna go to my mechanics and ask him how much it would be to get my shit fixed. My shit is dented up, like right above the tire, dented up, and like around the door, dented the fuck up. So I go get the estimate. I think the estimate was, I forgot how much it was. I want to say $1,700. Again, this is a new car too. I got that car in 2015, and then this 2016. Like, I don't even think it's been a year since I had the car. So you can only imagine. I sent her a picture of the estimate. She's like, well, I'm not paying that. What you mean? Oh, I'm not paying all that. I'm not paying all that. You had a lot to do with the reason why he kicked your car. I said, no. I didn't touch his shit. You touched his shit. Because you touched his car, now he retaliated against my shit. Yes, we exchanged words, but I didn't touch his car, bro. I did not kick his car. Because you kicked his car, he came and kicked mine because that's the first shit he saw. You know? And we went back and forth. She's not paying for it. We went back. I still have receipts from. I legit took screenshots of it. To this day, I have it sitting in my email somewhere. But going back and forth. I'm like, okay, so we can either solve this, or I can go to your mom about it. She's like, I'm a grown woman. I don't need to talk to my mom about it. I'm a grown woman. All right, cool. Then fix my shit. Fix it. She didn't want to fix it. So now I write out a polite message to send to her mom. You want to be a grown woman so bad. Fix my shit. You don't want to fix it. I'm going to your mom. So like I put up a nice message, sent it out. The message is not delivering. So one thing, she either, because she has her mom's iPad like a lot. I know at some point she always had her mom's iPad, or she can just take her mom's phone and just block my number. So to me, she took her mom's phone and blocked my number, so my shit doesn't like deliver. Because I told her I was gonna reach out to her mom about it since she doesn't want to pay for it. As soon as that message delivered, she started texting my phone back instead of my mom's phone. So now that my messages are delivering, now you want to respond. Okay, but the message got there. So the mom now is cursing me out, telling me I need to get my shit together. I need to be responsible when I go out to drink. First of all, have you talked to your daughter? Have you seen your daughter when she's out drunk? How she treats people? Her mom was like, don't come with me with your shit. That woman, the message that I got, I was like, yo, I hope this is not her mom talking. And if it is, wow. I said, okay, you know what? I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with someone's mom. Like, I'm African. I respect people. I respect people's parents. So I'm like, all right, if you want to cuss me out and tell me to deal with my own shit, don't come in the, don't put me in the middle of your arguments. Like, I said, okay. I thought I was like, hey, I'm not gonna say her name. Hey, blah blah. I thought coming to you you will help, like you'll help the situation, like you'll help us come to an understanding and like a solution to this problem, but I guess not. So you go ahead and have a blessed day. I ended the message like that, I remember. And I just left it as it was. That was for me the straw on the camel's back. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I think I said it right. But that was the last straw for me. That was the cherry on top of everything that she's done to me that I brushed off. For me, it was more so like, all right, bro, like this is it. This is the last thing for me. I'm not doing this shit again. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in a position where someone I feel like I love and trust, who could be who's like a sister to me, always wants to fight me every single time she drinks, you know. And like when she does that shit, she always call our other mutual friends that are going to a different school to tell them that, oh, Corley did this, Corley did that, and half the time it's a lie. I've even witnessed her on the phone lying, because she wasn't answering my phone calls. So like she called another friend of mine, but I was on the other line listening, and she was telling a different story that even like that shit didn't even happen. The next day she apologized, but it's like, what the fuck? Why are you lying, bro? Like, what's your MO here? Like, what you trying to do? To me, it was mainly the principle. Like, it's the principle. You get my shit fucked up, you fix it. You know? Like, I'm not fixing that. Who gonna fix it? But cool. I mean, either way, my insurance at the time, I had full coverage, so my insurance covered it. I got my shit fixed next week. It's been 3-4 years now since I've spoken to her. I see her around. I mean, I see her places, but I walk right past her. I say hi to everyone else and just don't acknowledge her. People still ask me, you ain't had no friends still? For what? I don't need somebody like that in my life. Like, hell no. Nobody got time for that. And it's so funny because the people she was complaining to didn't know exactly what was really happening until it happened to them. Oh, good scenario. We went out. We went to DC. I think, was it Ming's? I think it's called Ming's. Ming's? Yes, Ming's. We used to go there after the club, like in Chinatown, like all the time. And then we all went out there, and then she got in an argument with another old friend of ours, and her and her close friend. She just got in an argument with her. She was too drunk to drive, so I decided to drive. So people were able to like convince her to just let us drive because she should have fucked up. Girl, as I'm driving, she's going back and forth with people in the back seat, our friends in the back seat. And because she I don't know, she wanted to argue some more. As I'm driving, this girl is trying to take the key out of the ignition, bro. As I'm driving, she's trying to take the key out of the ignition. When that happened, my best friend, my other ex-best friend in the back seat was like, are you fucking serious? Like, she went off on her. Like, I swear to God, if you do that shit again, I'm never ever talking to you ever again. She started busting out crying. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just because it's your car that took us to DC doesn't mean you need to act that way. Again, when that night happened, the friend in question was like, okay, I understand now what she meant. Like, she is crazy. Who does shit like that? Like, you trying to kill us because you're drunk? I don't understand. It's been some crazy shit. Like, a lot of crazy shit. Was the last incident for the people who know who I'm talking about, who have been trying to figure out why we're not friends anymore, or probably you heard a different version of what happened. That's what happened. And again, I was tired of it. I went through that all throughout college, and I just didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. And at the same time, I was also planning on moving anyway, so it was like, I don't need that shit in my life, bro. Like, it's not. just know that most of the people that were really, really close to me, with who I'm not talking to anymore, I do have my reasons. We all have our reasons, but if you hear one version of it, make sure you hear the other side, because people be making shit up, you know? So, yeah, that's what happened. So, I mean, I wish her the best of luck. I miss her sometimes, though. I miss her sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, no, Coralie, you don't need that in your life. Again, like I was saying before, I'm glad my friend Erica was there. So she was a witness of everything that happened. So again, you can go ahead and ask Erica about what happened that night. She'll tell you exactly what the fuck I just said. So yeah, thank you for listening, y'all. But I had to get this out the way. I just got off work. I'm still in my uniform. I'm tired as hell. Last night I decided to go out instead of going to sleep, and then I almost overslept this morning. I had to rush out. So yeah, y'all. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next week. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I hope you learned something new about one of the friendships that don't exist to me anymore. Yeah. Good night. Yeah. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Have an amazing weekend. Well, I hope you had an amazing weekend. I'm going to have an amazing, well, what am I saying? All right. Peace.